me when I say I got beef. They don't want no beef when they say they got beef. They don't want to eat if he said he want. They don't want no steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD was selling.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Watching now, Barney.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 3rd down, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. The first carry for a former 49er and also a former Buckeye. It's Carlos Hyde. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Play fake. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here. Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects? And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. There to stop him, Chad Thomas.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, it's Stafford. Green's got it over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Michael Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, here we go.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Still shedding tackles. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Gordon on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Gun!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Mayfield on play action. He's going to rifle one deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Able to avoid him. And he's into the clear. 20. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Buying time to his left. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Over!
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. To throw, Mayfield. Quick hitch, complete. It's Gordon. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are back within a score.
Brandon, a lot of times coaches see these situations present themselves on film. But how often do they actually call it? We just saw it here. And what an end result. A huge touchdown off of a terrific call.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
second down. Mayfield sets up the screen to Gordon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Throwing is Stafford. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mayfield off the play fake. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
He can run for it, and he will. Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. Throwing, Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. Now he's and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. From the red zone now, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run high, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They come out here in the I. 3-19. Mayfield now on second down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So
what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their play block. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, it's Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Stafford going to come up first and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. It's Mixon on the counter, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action here on first down. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And the grab by Croft. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle by Jordan Willis.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his team...
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
Now, the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Gone! 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 Hurry up! Here we go! Hurry up!
Mayfield down. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. The Browns on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mayfield on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Third and long, it's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And some room to run now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
A good pickup there, a 22. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just one pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, well, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They give them a gain of 37.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. To throw is Stafford. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They run for it with Mixon. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the leg.
And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield on play action. Uncorks one for Davis. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Preston Brown there to knock that one away.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The Bengals getting set to go. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now, look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Escapes the defender. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run. This is Walton. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Mark Walton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone. And that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Mayfield looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Mayfield shakes off the sag. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. That's it. That's what you want. Straight-ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On the ball, on the ball.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, 58 is down. 58 is down.
On the run, it's Mixon. And some space here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Double, 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 double.
Stafford going to throw it. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Denzel Ward.